Hello, everybody, and welcome to another cup of self-empowerment to trust, heal, and be thyself. I'm absolutely delighted, and we're all very incredibly blessed today to have a very special lady coming to us from a very special place today. This is Jennifer Marshall, and Jennifer is actually right now at Mount Shasta in California. So welcome, Jennifer. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to join us for a cup of self-empowerment.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Oh, it's an honor to have you. And for those of you who don't know Jen, let me just give you a little bit of background knowledge so you can, feel into the beauty of this lady who's joined us for a cuppa today. Jennifer Marshall is the founder and creator of the She of 1,000 Angels Temple and Wellness Center located in Mount Shasta, California, a temple dedicated to Mary Magdalene and the divine feminine Christ consciousness, creating a balance with the divine masculine Christ consciousness. She is a high priestess of the rose, ceremonial leader, star mother, shadow dancer, activator, rose gold anchor, and guiding light. After having a traumatic awakening in 2014, she was catapulted into a life of self-healing and self-love, where she learned how to transmute and transcend a life full of fear, trauma, abuse, anger, blame, and shame into unconditional love, wisdom, and forgiveness. Now she lives a life dedicated to helping others overcome and transcend suffering at any level by helping them tap into the raw organic power they carry inside. She is a quantum healer, Reiki master, and integrated energy therapy master instructor. Her healing gifts include DNA activations, light body upgrades, light language transmissions. Her team consists of angels, ascended masters, and galactics. She uses the violet ray and connects with source energy to find and resolve the core issues that are keeping us stuck so we may find our way back home to ourselves, so we may authentically live a heart-centered life of love, joy, peace, and freedom. Wow. Wow, I felt every word of that. I hope you did too. I hope you took that all in. That's just wonderful. So, I'm sure everyone's equally as interested as I am. Is how did you start, trusting thyself on your own journey?
Trusting thyself. I think I decided to choose myself.
Ooh,
It,
that's good. I
thank
like that.
you.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. I had a very traumatic experience and an awakening,
Okay.
and my choice was between taking someone's life or not.
Oh,
And I chose not to. And by doing that, I chose myself.
oh, thank goodness for that. Yeah. Oh,
And it, when I made that choice,
mm-hmm.
it was literally like the heavens opened up for me. I
Wow.
had just started learning. At the time, I was an atheist, and
Okay.
I just started learning about it, the goddesses and spirit and angels, and like, oh, this stuff is real, and
Yeah.
thank God I had just walked into that, because I knew enough, like, wait a minute, I don't want to do this.
Okay.
I felt like I wanted to do it,
Mm-hmm.
because of the life that I led I was at the end,
Okay.
but it was the end of that life, and
Okay.
I stepped into my new life.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
And
Thank goodness.
when
All I'm thinking right now is thank goodness, wow. And thank you for, I think I'm speaking for all myself as well as all the viewers who are watching this right now, for being so raw and open about this, because, a lot of us go through stuff which we don't tend to share. And it's actually really, really beneficial, sometimes to hear the background of someone else's story and to see, how it unfolds. So, please continue to talk about how you chose yourself, because this is really interesting.
Thank you. I lived a lifetime of abuse,
Okay.
and it was all normal to me. So,
Oh.
so something had to happen to make me snap out of it, because I was just numb. I was going through life numb. I had a job, taking care of the kids, being married, abusive husband, abusive father, all of that stuff.
Hmm.
And it was just like, what do? You go to work, you raise the kids, you're being a mom, you think you're doing the right thing, you're
Yeah.
staying
Yeah.
in a volatile relationship because you think for some reason it's helping the kids. Like you're supposed to be
Yeah.
together.
And we think like that,
Yeah.
we get caught in that illusion and, look for the blame in ourselves why this is all happening, and then you just go into that. I mean, I have no idea how this must have felt, but you're probably just in that autopilot, existence. You were just existing, just keeping your head above water, the chin above the water. Okay, I can breathe. Okay, I'm not breathing well, but I can breathe, kind of thing. Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. I was just going through the motions,
Mm,
uh, just doing things for my children.
yeah.
Um, they were the only thing that held me here, was
Yeah.
just the kids. Like, and I had stepkids in the relationship. Um, so I was in this relationship for 17 years,
Whoa.
and I couldn't leave the kids. Like, I
Your
couldn't leave
heartbeat,
them.
basically, the kids were your heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had my kids, I had his kids, but they were all my kids. They
Yeah.
were all my children.
Yeah, of
Like,
course.
I love them with all my heart.
Yeah.
And I couldn't leave. I couldn't leave them. And the youngest one turned 18, and I was finally like, it like released me somehow
Yeah.
to walk away. And it was like about a month later that she turned 18. My ex-husband almost literally killed me,
Oh
and I had to run away the next day. It was very intense,
my God.
but that still didn't wake me up. That's the
Oh,
it like that's how like everything in my life just kept going, 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 going. And I was a hair's breadth away, literally, from losing my life, and I still wasn't awake. I got to leave. I left. I was able to leave finally that relationship.
yeah.
Uh, but then I just started living normal life again.
Hmm.
And then finally I was just catapulted. I had a really bad experience with a man. Um, and he brutalized me, and it broke me. It literally, like, I felt like I was split in half and just like hanging, to the sides.
Yeah.
And I was just at this point to where I wasn't going to let another human being hurt me ever again. I was so
Yeah.
done with it.
Yeah.
And I had experiences like, um, well, my friends used to always make jokes. I don't know if you've ever heard of a show called Snapped, but it was about women who lost it and ended up in
Okay.
prison.
Yeah.
So they used to joke, it was like a joke, a running joke, that I was going to be on this show.
Okay.
So as I'm getting ready to lit, and I mean, I laugh because it's just,
It feels so so
it's like
surreal
so
to you now.
surreal. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
did that really happen in my life?
Yeah. It's like you're talking about someone else now. You've moved.
It
That's like
is.
that's yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm not
Okay.
her anymore.
Uh-huh.
As I was literally getting ready to, I mean, to take his life and play in his blood, just like that's where the point I was at. I saw a flash of myself being interviewed from prison. And all I thought was, no, my kids and grandkids can't come visit me in prison.
No.
He's just going to die. That's not even fair. Like, his is going to be over, and then I'm going to have
Yeah.
this life of, you know,
Well, you're going
suffering
to blood on
and
your
being
hands,
miserable.
basically, yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't do it.
Well, I'm very glad you didn't. Even though he doesn't sound particularly nice, putting it bluntly, but I'm still very glad that you were able to rise above that and really, yeah.
I can see now that I mean, everything I have right now is because of that incident. Everything.
I understand, but still
You know,
it's
it,
very brutal instant for you to have to experience something so bad that would bring even that thought would even come into your consideration. So that must have been, I can't even find the words to say how traumatic that must have been. So
it was, but I can honestly say I've healed that. I've transmuted it.
yeah,
It's I can see that it was exactly what I needed to change my life because of the experiences I had from a child all the way through my whole lifetime. I needed something that bad
yeah,
to snap me out of it.
yeah.
And it was literally like I was broken in half. And when I walked away, spirit came to me.
Okay, so that's probably when
Angels.
you started to work on healing you, yeah, going deeper on your healing journey, which leads me into my next question, which is great. What you're just falling into there is with the, it's where spirit guided you. So spirit guided you, yeah. And continue, please continue.
Spirit definitely came and started guiding me. I walked in, well, it started with I walked into a store called Goddess Blessed.
Okay.
And so that was all the esoteric books and the goddesses, the mothers,
Yeah.
the witches, the
Uh-huh.
priestesses. It was just, these women, and they just embraced me.
Oh,
And I never had that. So it was
yeah.
completely, and I felt safe.
Mhm.
And I just remember being there thinking, I want to be able to do this for people.
Wow.
And I just, because it was the first place I literally felt safe. I would go there to feel safe,
Okay.
just go and sit. She had a little room in the back that had an altar and tea, and
Oh,
we would
nice.
just talk and
Yeah.
read books. It was really amazing. And that's where it started. I just started um, this healing journey. I walked into another shop, and they had Reiki by donation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I walked in and I was like, oh, what's this? I'm going to try this.
Okay.
And that was really, it just dominoed from there, because he actually removed the entities from me, which I
Okay.
had no idea. I didn't know what an entity was. I had no idea what it was.
Yeah, I know, I understand. Yeah.
And
You're not thinking of those usual things when you're getting on with your day, yeah.
oh, I had no idea.
Okay.
I went to this, so I got this Reiki session, and like 2 weeks later, I'm going, my back doesn't hurt. Like, wow, I'm done being, what happened? What did he do? So I went back and asked, his mother worked at the shop, and she said, oh, he probably removed some entities from you. And I'm like, what's
What?
that? So I just went on, and instead of going to get another Reiki session, I found classes.
Yeah,
And I took the classes because
I
I
get
just was
that.
like
Yeah.
amazed.
You kind of
And,
wanted to take that power in yourself, don't you? You just want to have
oh,
yeah, I get that, because it's how my journey started also with, having like sessions, and then it's like, hey, I want to be able to do this for myself at any time, at any point, at any time. So I
yeah.
get you completely. You wanted to take the class. So you took the classes.
I took the classes, and in those classes, she started like scooping stuff off of me. And I said, well, why aren't you teaching us how to do that? And she said, oh, you got to learn that from her. And that was this lady, Lovey, and she taught integrated energy therapy.
Oh, wow. So it kind of went from the Reiki into the IET. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in doing that, you get attuned to and you channel the violet ray, and you're working with the 9 angels of the healing field. So I found angels, and
Which angels are those of the healing field, if you could just say who they are?
it's Ariel, Raphael, Gabriel, Celestina, Faith,
Mm.
Cassiel, Daniel, Sarah, and Michael.
Wow.
Yeah, they're
Wow,
awesome.
that's a powerful team.
It's a really powerful team.
Yeah.
So what we do is we channel violet ray energy into the body, and then we pull stuff out of your aura, all the 4 lower bodies, and then put clean violet ray energy back in the
Oh,
body. And that modality just changed everything for me. It was like pulling knives out, that I didn't know were there. And
mhm,
like, oh my God, I can breathe. I can stand
mhm.
up straighter. I can move forward. I just, it just changed everything. I
Yeah.
could breathe again, and I started having faith, which
Wow.
was a whole new concept for me, faith and
Yeah,
hope.
especially if you're atheist beforehand, as you say, on this spiritual path, you don't have to be religious, it's not a
Yeah,
prerequisite, it's available to each and every one of us.
right. I was raised as Jehovah's Witness, so
Okay, yeah.
that turned me into an atheist.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
is
fair
now.
enough. Yeah. But
So
everyone does
I
what's
saw
right for
it
them.
was just
For some
like,
people, that's their path, and that's absolutely fine. And for those who don't believe and who are atheists, that's also absolutely fine. I truly believe that it's here. We have to connect what's right for us, where we want to put, where it is for us. And there's no right or wrong. Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
obviously you had the Reiki, then you had the IET, and I'm assuming that all through this is when light language and everything started. How did you end up in Shasta?
Um, well, I went to another modality called theta healing, which
Hmm.
is basically going into the quantum field and connecting in the 7th plane of existence with the
Okay.
creator of all it is, and
Wow.
doing belief work and
Hmm.
making changes.
Hmm.
And I did some other, I worked with other people. Um, and I was just on my angel journey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they told me to pack up my car and go, and I packed up my car and went.
So that was
And
obviously the moment when you stepped into Sagittal K and said, I'm going to be unapologetic me. No one might not understand what I'm about to do, but I'm going to jump in my car and I'm going to drive to Shasta and I'm going to live there and see what happens.
it didn't, it was a little, yeah, yeah. I have another guide and mentor, Jesse Elder, and I did this presence exercise with him. And that is what helped me be present and be unapologetically me, like,
Yeah,
and just doing it, because that was like we were talking about earlier, fear of being seen. It
yeah.
was one of the most powerful exercises I've ever done, and it
Wow.
really just had me step forward. I think it was about a month or 2 after that exercise, the angels just were like, it was a trust journey, pack your car and go. I didn't know I was coming to Mount Shasta.
You didn't know where you were going.
No, I left with $300 and a car full of stuff, and just, I got this.
Wow, that
And
is
I,
trust.
it was, it was so much fun. So much
Good. I'm glad it was fun because that's
Yeah.
really, actually, that's huge. That's really, that's really brave.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah.
really brave,
Yeah.
just taking that initial step, which was, it wasn't even a baby step. That was a massive step. It was a real jump.
Yeah. It was a leap of faith.
Totally.
And
Totally.
I went wherever they told, like, I would stop at random places. They would say, like, go bless this person, go do healing for this. And I'm like, what? You want me to go? Like, one time I knocked on this lady's window in a truck stop at, like, I think it was 4 or 5 in the morning. And they're saying, go knock on, go give her an angel blessing. And I'm like, I
think I'm nuts. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's 4 o'clock in the morning and a truck stop. Like, I'm not.
Oh, I'm not getting out of my
there was
car and I'm not going to go and do that. Yeah. Did you do it?
I did do it. I did.
Wow.
And she rolled down the window and I said, I'm sorry to bother you, but I really feeling called to give you an angel blessing right now. And she busted out crying and said, I was just asking them for help.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've got goosebumps.
it was, I just started crying. We were both crying and, it was, yeah. And that was in Sacramento. So that was the stop before I ended up here in Mount Shasta.
Wow.
It was
Literally,
really,
I've got chills from my head to my toes, literally. Wow.
it was amazing. And stuff like that happened the whole time. It took me 3 months. I was in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a 3-month journey to get here.
But it
And
was
then I went,
you needed to take. That was your path. That was your journey, which you needed to, that was the path you needed to walk and, to embody you and be unapologetically you. And just out of interest, how do your angels, how do they communicate with you? Because I know it's always different for everybody. Is it a mix of like, the seeing, the hearing, the feeling, the knowing? Is it just kind of all your clair senses kind of kick off? And you just feel, I sometimes feel you get that energetic tug from your heart space that's just saying, right, we're going over here. And you're like, okay.
yeah.
Right then, just go lay there. Okay. Yeah. But you need to. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I hear them. It isn't like I hear another voice. I just, maybe
Yeah.
it's more of a knowing because
Yeah.
I can
I
hear the
understand what
words,
you
but
mean
it's
because you
not.
hear it, but it's like, it's not audio and you can't like, it's just, it's there. And
Yeah.
it's like, you can't place it. You can't name it, but it's there because you're getting words. Yeah.
Yeah. I get
Yeah.
words.
You get
Yeah.
words. Yeah. You're getting words. Wow. That's just awesome.
Yeah.
So what advice would you like to give our viewers today who who's on their own path of, stepping into being themselves, mastering themselves, whether they are on their journey, whether it's right at the beginning, the middle, the end, what messages would you like to share with our viewers today?
I would say never, ever give up. Never give up.
Yeah.
That even when you think it's over, it's not.
Yeah.
And spirit doesn't give you anything that you can't handle. If it's happening
Sometimes,
to
yeah.
you, you
Sometimes we
can
think we
handle
can't handle it. I get
it.
that
Right.
completely. Yeah.
But you can.
Okay.
Because if you couldn't handle it, it wouldn't be given to you. So
Yeah.
you have the power to deal with it. You just have to dig deep and find it.
Yeah.
And trust.
Yeah. It's a lot of trust. It is a lot of trust.
Talk to your angels, pray, talk to your higher self. How
They're all
whatever you need
available
to
to each and
do.
everybody one. You don't have to be, trained in a modality. They're there.
Right.
You invite them in.
Right. Ask, believe, receive.
Yes.
Ask,
Exactly.
believe, receive. And they're listening. And you have to ask because we're in free will universe.
Exactly.
And they're kind of just like, oh, we're right here. We can help you if you want
She's
some
not
help.
doing that again. She's okay. We'll just let her get on with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, because it does take that trust as well to have that faith that something is there to support us, to guide us, to, hold us. It does take that faith as well. And sometimes, we get caught in, what we feel, what we can touch, what we can physically see. We want to have the physical sensation, really. And if, the mind can be very loud and that can sometimes mislead us. So it's really like having that trust, allowing yourself to really connect to that inner knowing, to what's inside you, that feeling you're feeling. I think a lot of the time as well, especially your heart space. Wouldn't you agree? Or, what would you say?
I agree. I believe that on this path, it's a spiral. So
And one what goes up and it's one what goes down.
yeah.
And that like
So you heal one level of it, you get through one level of it, and when you're ready, you go to the next level, and you may have to relook at some things. And I've even found, I'm here in Mount Shasta. I'm in the most magical place ever, and I had another traumatic experience of losing my son while I was here, and it's going through the emotions of loving yourself and forgiving yourself and trusting God, trusting spirit. Like everything happens for a reason. You're your savior. Nobody else is your savior. You have to do the inner work.
it's true.
There's a lot of help out there.
Yes.
There's so much help. There's so many good healers and teachers and the angels and the guides and just spirit. There's so much help out there. If you're seeking,
Yeah,
you'll find it. And
you'll be guided to it as well.
yeah.
So for those who are watching us today and feeling very much guided towards you and feel like, okay, she's really stirring something up inside me and I kind of want to go deeper, or how can people connect with you, Jen? How can people reach out to you?
They can go on my Facebook page or Instagram page, Shiva Thousand Angels Temple. And also the number is 530-859-8324. That's a phone number. I have some email, but yeah, people text it, and that's the business number.
Brilliant.
And get
that.
messages, and I get back to people as soon as I can. I'm pretty busy. Like I have the temple and the wellness center, and I'm also director of operations for a superfood company called Power Organics.
Oh, cool.
So,
yeah, that's cool.
It's good stuff too. It's
yeah,
it's blue-green algae and chlorella, spirulina, marine phytoplankton. It's good stuff.
It's green stuff.
It is really good stuff. So I happen to be busy, so it takes me about 24 hours to.
That's fine. That's totally okay. That's absolutely okay. So I'm really curious what goes on in your temple. What kind of things do you offer in your temple?
Okay. So I teach the workshops for the integrated energy therapy. I also do practical Reiki classes, teaching them feminine empowerment. We have sound healing, sound baths.
Oh, nice. I like that. Yeah.
They're so fun.
I can imagine.
We do a lot of ceremonies. I do Divine Mother ceremonies. We have a full moon water blessing Marian water blessing that we do.
Oh.
We have Journey to Telos. I do Ascension ceremony every Wednesday. Yeah, it's so much fun. It's really busy.
It sounds really fun.
That's only a little bit of.
Yeah, that's just the icing of the little bit, one part of that cake. Is this only available in person, or is virtual also possible with you?
It's virtual as well.
Okay.
And then it's also open for retreats, and other people bring in, come in and do things. It's a really great spot.
Yes, it's someone also looking, someone who's also, a healer or does their own, has their own work, what they share with others. And this would be a great opportunity, to connect with you and, have that collaboration as well. Especially Mount Shasta is on my place to get at some point soon.
Yeah, it's vortexes and portals and magic and so much fun.
I can imagine. I mean, Glastonbury was also just out just as well. But wow, this has been absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to thank you on my behalf and everybody who's been watching us right now, for really sharing that personal journey of yours, because that couldn't have been easy at all. And that was huge. That was really huge and very unexpected as well. And so it's very sacred. So thank you for sharing that. And all I can say is thank goodness that you started walking the walk you're walking now. And yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely anchoring in my purpose.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's my
That's so
mission.
good. Oh, well, thank you so much. And
Thank you.
my pleasure. And thank you everyone who's been watching us today. I hope you've just really just loved this as much as I have. And for those of you who want to reach out to Jen, please do, please do. And those of you who get to go to Mount Shasta before I do, oh, you are so lucky, and I wish you the best time ever. So until then, we'll catch up very, very soon, and take care of yourselves and have a rest. Enjoy the rest of your day, morning or afternoon or evening, depending where you are in the world. And we will see you very soon for another cup of self-empowerment to trust, heal, and be thyself. Bye-bye.